Having a hearing loss really helped me learn to work harder and be more resourceful. And I kind of always sought out environments where it wouldn't inhibit me. So sports was a kind of a natural outlet for me. In high school, I actually used a comm system that's used by NFL quarterbacks. The coaches here actually got permission for me to use it from the league, but it was something with hand signals. They found I didn't need it in games. It was actually probably going to slow me down with kind of the pace of some of the offenses we see in the league.
But I never looked at him as someone special in that of his handicap and his, his hearing, etc. I looked at him as a very talented, special athlete.
Coach Keller has been phenomenal. He just, checks in with me when we learn new plays and when we're installing kind of new situations. I'd be the last guy in line just watching everybody in front of me because I couldn't hear what was going on. So I just trained myself to be able to rely on hand signals. Use the man next to me, Xavier Russo, 52, my best buddy. He helps me out every play.
For me, basically, since I've been a freshman, it's really been communicating the signals to Dan. You start to pick up that he can't hear the calls all the time. So like naturally, I just felt that you have to tell him the calls. Someone has to tell him the calls.
From day one, we kind of just hit it off, and we told each other, hey, one day, 2 years, 3 years, that's going to be us starting out there. And I think we were able to work harder, just knowing that we were both there, always encouraging each other. Off the field, we spend a lot of time talking about football, talking about the games, talking about practice, and then that's something that shows up on the field, and that we're more seamless. Come game day, we know what each other are going to do in certain situations, without having to look, without having to ask. My speech therapist and an audiologist, Honora Wieners, she actually comes to all my football games this year, but from an early age she worked with my parents and she worked with me, and she was kind of my number one fan and number one resource for incorporating techniques and ways to get around my hearing loss in everyday life. I've actually spent some time talking with hearing impaired parents, so parents of children who'd just been diagnosed with hearing loss. I was just able to tell my story to them and just say, my name's Dan and I've had a great life so far, and I've been able to do things regardless of what my hearing loss has been. And I'm a normal kid, and the football is the greatest game because it just shows what kind of character you have, and everybody's equal when they step on the field, and it's just you prove how much of a man you are just by how hard you play and the kind of approach you bring to the game.